Hello everyone, welcome to Worldly Things. This is a Worldly Review and I'm your host Killtruck. And today we'll be talking about and reviewing the recently released Build Your Own Battlebot Tank Edition by Hexbug. And this is a new addition to the Build Your Own Bot series that Hexbug has been doing with BattleBots. And in this case, this is, as it's named, the Tank Bot. And this is in similar style to that of Red Devil from like Season 2 and 3, and the original design for the 2015 champion Bite Force back in Season 1. And this has a lot of torque, and I actually drove it on some carpentry and it actually travels good, whereas like the two-wheeled robot or any of the other regular remote control robots can't go across it. And I think I'll probably show you just for laughs a bit. See? Just look at that. It's able to drive on this super soft carpet rug here. And I'll just show you with this one too. See? And these are in the high torque wheels. It can barely budge an inch. And of course, like all Build Your Own bots, it has these two side panels that come off, and each kit came with like 2 weapons and 3 attachments. And this new set has been in high hopes and huge excitement because of 2 new weapon designs. But first, let's go over these attachments. Now, these ones I like to call the crab claws or the scorpion claws, because they look like the claws of like a crab or a scorpion. And this I've tried testing out and would suit best for probably the swinging hammer here, because that way you can put your opponent in a corner or on the side of the battle box and just continuously whack them with the hammer here. And this would definitely go well on the front of a robot. Then you have this spiked wedge, and I just don't see any real good effectiveness in maybe defense or attack wise. It's kind of like one of those attachments you find kind of useless, but the one that's actually slightly better is this new wedge that moves up quite a bit. Although it might be a bit of a disadvantage against, say, like the flipper head attachment, this will probably do some good defenses on there. So moving on to that, we've got the new weapon attachments, and the first one I'm going to talk about is the new vertical weapon spinner. And in this case, this comes with what they call an egg beater bar drum. And surprisingly enough, when I tested it, this actually works pretty good. It's much stronger than this poor excuse of a weapon attachment. Like, this dual disc vertical spinner here has only got like 2 teeth on one side and barely does anything, whereas this has got like 2 sides and it actually knocks things up into the air. And unlike this attachment, which does nothing else, you can actually swipe parts with it. Unfortunately, in Canada here, they don't have the new accessory packs that Hexbug has released with them. And what they are is that they're not just re-releases of like these 3 weapons here that come with like different head attachments for like different bits here and there. They also did this new vertical drum spinner, and unlike the color, instead of orange it'll be purple, and it comes with like drums similar to that of Minotaur, which is exciting. And when you actually test it out here, just don't want them to fall asleep during the video, and you had the weapon working. You hear that? Like, if you haven't really noticed that, Mel, it actually, this disc, even on the tank, I even tried it on the tank first, and it is definitely really bumpy. The thing like this goes up against it. And luckily, I saw one guy doing a review of this new set, and he found the best solution is when using the new drum attachment to put the shovel on, and voila! Unlike having this on here, with the disc so close, you can't even put any of the front attachments like this, on there, and practically doing nothing. Now, just watch the new differences. Just listen to that. Hardly any thumping whatsoever. Excuse me, on there. So that makes up for the fact of this dual disc spinner here. So in other words, this one is trash. Like, you could practically just throw in the garbage. So now for the grand finale of the kit, and to me it is this, the new overhead spinner, or what I like to call it, the cage spinner, and also the full body spinner. And people that have been watching the show just love full body spinners. And cage spinners, such as most famously of them all, Son of Waiachi. Unlike Son of Waiachi though, instead of 3 arms, this has 4 arms, but nonetheless it's still effective. Now just watch. And the best part is you can see which way your robot's facing, even when it's at full spin. And I actually find that if you hit an opponent, it does take a while for it to spin back up. Similar to how, like, say, the horizontal disc spinner here works, but it's just as effective. If not, this is more effective. And I'm actually not gonna put these robots head on. Instead, what I'm going to demonstrate is Witch Doctor from Season 1 has become the unlucky volunteer, and I'm actually going to temporarily swipe the weapon in on this blue robot here, so that we can have like damage comparison. So I'm just gonna make sure these don't fall asleep on me. So I'm gonna test out this spinner first on Witch Doctor, so you all can have a good idea. Oh. Okay, so that definitely was pretty quick. Heck, inadequate enough. Like you could see Witch Doctor flying about here. Here. So now, time for the cage spinner. So like I said before, if you hit it too hard and too close, you'll definitely get the weapon to stop spinning for a moment. Just look at those pieces fly. Just see how well this actually sends Witch Doctor flying quite a bit. Like, you could definitely see that these two weapons are almost neck and neck. If not, this one is slightly better than this. So, when it comes to the weapon tier so far, these two are probably within the top two. Now, I'm guessing, wait a minute, how well does a new drum spinner do compared to the old drum spinner? So, I think I'm gonna actually do that for you folks. I'm just gonna quickly sub it out. And the one thing that you should note is one big problem with this is you have to take the weapon off in order to get this off. But I actually found a bit of a shortcut. Like, you see these rectangular like edges on the inside there, you can actually just reach in and pull it out. Like, I'm sure it might be tough for some people, but that's actually my shortcut for it. So I'll give the old tanker the bad drum spinner, the bad disc spinner, and all blue here the good one. So let's go. Like, that's just horrible. Like, nothing, absolutely nothing into Witch Doctor. Like, even for the back, let's just watch this. Horrible. Just horrible. Oh, like, this is definitely a trash hit. And like, anyone with the original vertical disc spinner can just chuck it in the trash. Because there is a new vertical disc spinner, and it is egg beater style in this build your own bot kit, or in the new accessory kit. It is going to be 2 more drum spinners plus 1 egg beater. Now watch it go. Uh-oh. Oops. Okay. That actually did something better for once. Oh yeah. That did something. Much more kick. Oh yeah. That's more like it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! Oh yes. I keep forgetting that the middle of my own arena has been rising up in the middle quite a bit. Here. Okay, so there you go. This has definitely been a major improvement done by Hexbug. And I can't wait for the new accessory packs they are going to do. Like, I'm sure, like, the Americans have the new accessory packs in store already, but for us Canadians, we don't have that yet, which is unfortunate. So, I'm sure you're all wondering also, hey, wait a minute, which one has the superior torque capability? Like the original or the tank tread? Well, let's push them up and see. First, this one. Oh, even climbs on top of old Witch Doctor. Let's try this one. Okay, they're practically neck and neck, almost, but this one definitely has a slight advantage. It's due to having track trends and having technically 4 wheels, once you think about it. And another thing to point out, since it is a tank tread, it has to have the standard screw head. Can't unscrew it with like the armor pieces like this one here. So, in my opinion, and out of all the weapons here, from best to worst, I would have to say these two are tied for number 1. The shovel is in second place for sure. And by shovel, I mean flipper. I have no idea for sure which is slightly better, but I think the drum has been upgraded in a rank, whereas the hammer is probably dead last so far. So this has been my own review on the new tank bot. To build your own BattleBots. This has been Worldly Things. This has been Worldly Review. I'm your host, Killer Shark, and have a good day, folks.